evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?
Welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise on Madden 22. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. We're going to be taking on the Cowboys. Zeke is obviously a concern. These guys run the ball well. They pass it more than they run it. I think we should try and focus on making sure that they don't beat us by being able to stay balanced. Because if we can force them to pass it, we're going to make some interceptions or get some sacks or something that's going to help us win. Offensively, it doesn't really matter what we pick because we're going to be playing this game and we'll control the flow of the game anyway. And then again, with staff points, really doesn't matter because we don't need them anymore, which is good. We've got a player upgrade. Be Luke Burke again. Nope. Okay, so Mitch Wilkins, the backup center. Let's improve his pass blocking ability a little bit. Why not? He's pretty solid with his power rating at 75 or whatever, so I think that's the wise move there. Albert O getting one. He's turning into a pretty decent player for us. Slowly but surely. And I think that's it, guys. I don't think we need to do a whole lot more except jump in and see if we can't beat the Cowboys. We got them at home, but even though we're 8-0, this is still a critical game because they're all going to be critical with the Chiefs also sitting at 8-0 and holding pace with us. If we play them in a couple of weeks, and if what we would like to have going on when we get to that situation is that we would be ahead of them as opposed to tied or behind them. So anyway, if you wow, I was about to sign off when we just signed on, so it's a struggle. But let's go on out to Mile High and see if we can take down the Cowboys. And here we are, Denver, Colorado, Mile High Stadium, and the 8-0 Denver Broncos hosting the 6-2 Dallas Cowboys, who look to come in here and play spoiler for the perfect season. And the Broncos going to be pretty focused here with the Chiefs holding pace with them at this point in the year. We'll kick off first, so it's going to be a touchback here. We're going to look at the numbers from Dak Prescott, as he has been pretty sharp for the Cowboys. He's got over 2,000 yards passing and 19 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions so far this season, so excellent numbers for him and this high-powered Dallas offense. 2nd and 7 on that first possession, and he's going to scramble, gets out to the outside, and he's got lots of room to run, takes it out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 18. And a Dallas first down. Later on that possession, 2nd and 4 from the 15. Zeke is fighting through some tackles, and he takes it down to the 2-yard line, and that sets up 1st and goal. Now on 2nd and goal, Dak throws it outside. That's Chauncey Gold, 2nd-year wideout out of Virginia. Makes the grab. That's a touchdown, and Dallas going to take a 7-0 lead as it took them 14 plays, and they used up over half of the time in the first quarter on that drive alone. Now we get a look at the numbers for Brett Morris, and he has been outstanding. How about 25 touchdowns, just 1 interception, only 1,769 yards, which isn't as impressive as what Dax had put up, but he's going to add to that total here. 1st and 10 from the 47 after they had run the ball several times to start the drive. They go 50 yards there on the connection to Jerry Jeudy, sets up 1st and goal, and then they're going to finish the drive on the ground with Javonte Williams, and Denver comes right down the field and scores to tie this thing at 7. Ensuing possession, it's going to be Dak Prescott firing it outside. That's complete to, who is that? Bozeman makes the grab, has it out to the 40-yard line after Patrick Surtain missed the tackle. Now 3rd and 10 from the 38. Zeke is going to be tackled short of the first down, so it's 4th and inches from the 36. And Dallas is going to elect to try the 53-yard field goal. The kick is good, so they grab the lead. It's 10-7. And it's now going to be Denver's try to put some points up again, and it's going to be 2nd and 11. Brett Morris going deep for Cortland Sutton. That is complete across midfield to the 47-yard line. And Brett Morris moving the ball deep down the field. And here's another nice pickup here as they're going to get another 14 yards on that play and sets up 1st and 10. Now 3rd and 3. They go on the ground with Trey Stevenson, and he is going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Denver would try to get him to jump off sides, but they end up calling a timeout. have to settle for the field goal, and it's now a tie ball game, 10-10 late in the first half. Ensuing drive, 3rd down and 5. That pass complete, but the momentum kind of took him away from the yard to gain. He's going to be tackled short of the first down, and the Cowboys go 3 and out. So the Broncos will get the ball back with about 2.5 minutes. Now 2nd and 7 on that drive. Morris goes play action and finds Jerry Jeudy down the field, and he's got it out to the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, and that's another first down for Denver. Now 2nd and 10 from the 41, and Morris pump fakes to the right. Then he's got one-on-one deep for Cortland Sutton, and look at this catch. He jumps, makes the grab, gets the feet in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. A 41-yard strike and another big completion downfield for Denver, and it is now going to be 17-10 with just 36 seconds left in the half. But Dallas is not done yet this half. They're going to go to the air here. It's Amari Cooper, has it out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Now 1st and 10 from the 39. Next play, that's going to be Chauncey Gold again. He's got it out across midfield. Another timeout. Now they've got time for one more play, or maybe a timeout if they don't get out of bounds here. They do not get out of bounds, but Amari Cooper gets this down to the 36-yard line. And remember, Stanley already hit a 53-yarder, and he's going to add another one here as time expires in the first half. And we've got a ball game here in Denver. It is 17-13 as they head to the locker room. We'll take a quick look at the stats here, as it's an impressive passing performance so far from Denver and Brett Morris, as they are averaging, as you'll see here, 9 yards per play, which is just astronomical. The Cowboys have been pretty efficient themselves, but they trail 17-13 at the half, and Denver will get the ball to start the second half. Now we'll look around the league as it's the Chiefs over the Bengals. The Chiefs moving to 9-0 on the season as they edge them out 24-21. Now we'll go out west. It's Arizona hosting Seattle, and it's the Seahawks way out in front in that one. At halftime, they lead by 14. Russell Wilson has his team at 6-2, looking to improve on that. And Kyler Murray's squad trying to stay above 500, but not looking good. Now we go to Tennessee, and it's the Titans all over the Raiders in this one, 31-17. Tennessee moves to 6-4 as favors. You can see there the young QB for Las Vegas. 3 interceptions on the day as they fall to 3-6. Back to action here in Denver, and it's going to be 1st and 10. First play of the second half, Noah Fant just coming across the field on a drag route, and then it's the run after the catch, and they pick up 23 yards out to the 48. Next play, it's going to be play action, and Morris going big here. He's going to send it downfield, but Trayvon Diggs there on the coverage, and he's going to make the pick. It's going to go down as a touchback, but that is a huge play as Morris had been moving the ball deep down the field. That time Dallas was kind of ready for it, and they make him pay. Now it's going to be Zeke Elliott, 12 yards up the middle there, and Spencer Johnson shaking up on the play, but it's 1st and 10 from the 41. Next play is going to be Bradley Chubb coming off the edge. Will McPherson also getting there to get a half a sack on that one. It's only a loss of 3, and now 3rd and 6 on that possession. It's going to be Sean Harold coming up the middle to get Dak as he tried to scramble up through the pocket. That would bring up 4th down, and Dallas is going to have to punt. So it's Corey Bryant back to receive. This was from the 41-yard line. It bounces at the 5, and it trickles down and is going to be stopped at the 1-yard line. So Denver is going to have to go the length of the field if they want to put up some points on this one, as that is very well done by Fox. Now on 2nd and 5, after they got a few yards on 1st down, there's 10 yards for Benny Snell to the outside, and tons of breathing room now for Denver. Now 1st and 10 from the 28. Jerry Jeudy has that one, good for 15 yards. Another 1st down, and Denver's on the move yet again. Here we go, 1st and 10. They swing it outside to Trey Stevenson, and he's got room to run. He's going to get this all the way down to the Dallas 25-yard line, and Denver now into field goal range. Now 2nd down and 6 from the 21, and that's going to be Daquan Burgess down the middle. You saw the defender, the D lineman, kind of slipping back into coverage there. Lucky that he didn't get to that one. Nonetheless, 1st and goal from the 1. They go play action, and Noah Fant wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. And Denver is going to extend their lead as the extra point would make it 24-13. They went 99 yards on that drive. to give them that 11-point lead. Now 1st and 10 on the ensuing drive. That pass complete to Chauncey Gold, and he's going to get this out across the 40, a gain of 16. And Dallas now on the move. Now 3rd and 10 from the Denver 31. Dak swings outside, and then he tries to dump it off to Zeke, which there's James Webster. Great pursuit as he's going to get out there for the tackle for no gain. And that's going to make a 4th and 10 situation here, and a 48-yard field goal from Stanley is good. The 3rd long one he's connected on today as they cut the lead to 8. Ensuing possession is Javonte Williams. He goes up the middle for about 15 yards there, and another Denver 1st down. Later on that drive, 1st and 10 from the Dallas 40, and it's going to be Trey Stevenson up the middle for a gain of 12. And yet another 1st down for Denver. Now 3rd and 3 up the middle with Benny Snell. The Broncos just keeping it on the ground here and working that clock. That sets up 1st and goal, and they go right up the middle with Javonte Williams to finish the drive and just about finish off the Cowboys here, as that is now going to make it a 15-point advantage. 31-16, now 4th and 12 on the ensuing drive. Probably not the guy you want to test on 4th down as they go after Patrick Surtain. That pass is incomplete, and that would pretty much do it in this one. Denver would come down and score on the short field there. They had a huge day offensively in this one and end up taking this one 38-16, with the only real blemish on the resume today being the interception. Now we'll take a look at the individual stats here. Brett Morris was sharp yet again. He was 17 for 21, 286 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception on the day. Dak Prescott was 27 of 36 for 199 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. 88 yards for Javonte Williams, and he added 2 touchdowns. Zeke had 69 yards on 14 carries. Benny Snell, nice contribution, 31 yards on the ground from him. Trey Stevenson, 38 yards and added a touchdown. Dak ran for 34 yards on 4 carries. Now we look at the receiving numbers, as Ezekiel Elliott with 10 catches but just 44 yards. Chauncey Gold, heard his name a few times today. He ends up with 8 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Amari Cooper, 72 yards on 5 catches. Noah Fant, 54 yards and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 5 catches for 109 yards. Good day for him. Trey Stevenson, 3 catches, 30 yards. Decent day for Cortland Sutton, 2 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. And then a few guys down at the bottom here with 1 catch on the day. Now we'll look at the defensive numbers here, as it was Will McPherson leading all tacklers with 11 on the afternoon. A bunch of guys with 8 on the day, including Oruwariye, I botched that, and Van Der Esch, both with 8 for the Cowboys. You got 2 sacks for Sean Harold, 1.5 for Will McPherson, and a half a sack for Bradley Chubb. No sacks for the Cowboys in this one, but they did have the interception. Good day for Philip Stanley with 3 long field goals and an extra point. Drew Price had a chip shot field goal and 5 extra points on the day, and then a nice day punting, 2 punts for an average of 50 yards for Jack Fox. But the Broncos win this one 38-16 here in Denver. At that point, and he's still pretty young, so we like what we see there. We've got 30 staff points to spend, and didn't we reach the point where we don't really need to spend them on anything? Let's just double check that, because it's been a couple days since I played. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all done. I don't think there's anything that we will need to do except on a once per season basis moving forward. So that's that. Mental note, don't look at that stuff unless there's something that we want to spend it on each season. Now, we've got injuries, and these could be big. We've got Jones and Johnston out for 4 weeks. You know, that's going to hurt us in the short term, but thankfully it's nothing like season ending where I've got to go find a free agent to fill in. I think we're just going to ride that out for the time being, but that's not exactly what we wanted to see there. All right, let's go ahead now and advance to Week 11. It still shows the Chiefs as 8-0, but they won, as we saw in the halftime report, to get to 9-0 on the year. So we keep winning, but they keep winning. and it's getting frustrating. So we have to hold pace. We got to go on the road here against the Giants, who are 3-6. So it's a game that we should win, but a couple of key injuries on the D-line. You never know what's going to happen there. Ajim is pretty good, honestly, for his age. I think the fact that he's only wanting a 1-year deal, we will do this. Yeah, enough said. Let's just see if he'll take 3.6 for 1 year. He wants a better salary. We can come back to the table and try and negotiate there. Tavai, I think we will let go. I'm not giving you a 3-year deal at that point in your career. If he was a star dev trait, maybe, but he's not. So, hit the road, Jack. Alright. Now what do we got? Set the strategy, and let's go beat the Giants. Man, I want to keep this perfect run going. We're going to go... Yeah, let's try and worry about stopping Saquon Barkley. I guess that's probably the best strategy against the Giants. You can't let the other team's best player beat you. And he is their best player. So let's try and stop the run, force him to pass it, and then I think we'll be okay. All right. We'll see if this gets us any additional upgrades with the XP that we got from that. And it did not. So we're ready to go ahead and sim through week 11. And we are going to be simming until either we lose or we get 3 games simulated. And we freaking lost. And the Chiefs lost. So at least when our streak ended, so did theirs. But, like, dang it, that was our chance right there. Get the win, and you're in first place. But no, this team decides to lay an egg against the freaking Giants. And they just beat us in all facets. They outran us. They outpassed us. They forced a turnover. We didn't. Daniel Jones threw for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Morris threw another interception. That's 2 games in a row. We didn't get any sacks. That's a problem. Whoa. Go back. What about on the ground? We did a good job slowing down Barkley, but we didn't get the running game going. So, Noah Fant, a really nice day. Jeremy Ford, remember we almost drafted that guy, at least we thought about it. Adam Thielen, a nice day, 73 yards, a couple touchdowns. Marquise Jenkins, decent day for Judy, nice day for Terrace Marshall. We did a good job limiting Barkley in the receiving game as well, because we know he's dangerous there. Cortland Sutton was useless. And then you notice no Burgess again. Like, if you're the 4th guy on the depth chart, you're just not getting any love. All right, defensively, Zach Norton, 8 tackles. Khalil Mack led the team with 7 for us. But no sacks for us, and they had 1. Who had the interception for them? Bradley. So Price missed a field goal, and that was the difference. We lost by 3. Oh, it was blocked. So he hit a chip shot, although they missed a field goal as well. Never good to have a punt blocked. How does that even happen? Or a field goal blocked. Like, come on, guys. So we were playing, well, I guess we went into the 4th quarter tied. So it was a tight game pretty much all the way. But, so our winning streak comes to an end at 9. And given that we are now just 1 played game and 1 simmed game into this episode, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and play this next one. Actually, yeah. We'll do that. So these guys, you know what? Forget the run. We're good enough against the run to where, like, let's always focus on stopping the pass. So that's our strategy. Don't need to worry about weekly goals or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and get another game in this episode. It's going to be more work for me because I'm going to have to edit 2 games instead of 1. But it's okay. It doesn't take quite as long as it used to take me. I've gotten pretty good at it. All right, so Marcus Webster is getting an upgrade. The rookie outside linebacker. I'm going to go with power rusher here. He's decent at pass coverage already. And then these 3, he's all pretty balanced. So let's just emphasize the scheme fit and then hope that everything else just kind of comes up with it as we go. But we'll have to see. So I think he could end up being a pretty decent player for us, especially if he gets a superstar dev trait. But we might need to work it from star up to superstar through a breakout scenario, because I have a feeling it is not going to be superstar right out of the gate. All right, so he didn't like the salary. That's fine, but what we're going to do is go like that, and then we're going to lower this bonus again, because I'm having a feeling that he's going to take this. There we go. All right, I think that was it. Yep, nobody else to re-sign this week. And now we should be ready here to go on the road. And we're taking on the Texans and Deshaun Watson, who should not be in the game. EA Sports, just grow some cojones. And when a guy like this is basically out of the league, just take him. Well, I guess he's probably still in the Players Association technically, so they probably can't. But reduce his overall to where he's irrelevant. You know what I mean? You don't need to give him the legit representation as far as his actual abilities. Like Henry Ruggs, another example. Damon Arnett, another example. A guy that's probably never going to play in the league again because of his off-field issues. But anyway. So we got to go out and deal with Deshaun Watson. But this is a game that I feel like we can win. They're 6-4 though, so this is not going to be an easy one, and it's an important one because we're still deadlocked with the Chiefs in the AFC West, and we play them next week in what should be a massive game that I would like to be simulating, but we got to win this one first. So we're going out to NRG Stadium in Houston to take on the Texans.
And here we are in Houston, Texas, and it is going to be the Broncos coming to town to take on the Texans, who we've had really good success against of late, but Deshaun Watson hoping to put an end to that in this ball game. Starting things off, it is going to be Houston back to return. Javasi sends it deep, way deep, and that is going to be down for a touchback. And it's going to be Houston taking over 1st and 10 at the 25. And we'll get a look at the numbers from Deshaun Watson to this point in the year. He's got 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, a little bit of an issue there, 2,456 yards through the air. They are going to start things off with the passing game, and he's got plenty of time in the pocket. And then a nice touch pass there gets it to Kareem Hunt out across midfield, 27 yards, and into Denver territory. So a nice start for the Houston offense. Then 2nd and 4, he's going to hit, who is that? Michael Thomas on the slant. That gets it down to the 29-yard line. Now 2nd and 10. Again, plenty of time in the pocket. Fires this outside, though. Stearns had the man covered, makes the interception, and he's going the other direction. Good hustle there by Deshaun Watson to get to him, slow him down, but he is going to be tackled way down at the 27-yard line. So excellent starting field position for the Denver Broncos. And here comes Brett Morris. Look at his numbers. 29 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year. He's got 2,300 yards, and he is a midseason candidate for MVP at the moment. And here he is on 1st and 10 from the 16. Hits Jerry Jeudy, who fights through some tackles and takes it into the end zone just like that. Denver out in front 7-0. Not the start that Houston was looking for. Now 3rd and 8 on the ensuing drive. That pass complete, and Houston is going to have to punt this thing away. Corey Bryant back to return. Fields it at about the 27. Nice spin move there to make a man miss, and he gets it out to the 37-yard line. So pretty good field position for Denver and a chance to make it a 2-score game. It's Jerry Jeudy with the completion or the reception there, and he gets it across midfield down to the 46-yard line. But now 3rd and 8, fire it outside. Stevenson tackled right there for pretty much no gain, and Denver is going to take a delay of game and then punt from about the 48-yard line. Gervasi sending this one deep. Lands it at about the 7-yard line, and that's where they will down it. So it's going to be a long field for Houston if they want to try and get points here. 3rd and 11, it's going to be Brandon Cooks wide open there on just an easy go route. Not sure what Surtain was thinking there as far as coverage, but that works out for Houston, and it moves the chains. Now Kareem Hunt, nice run here, his best of the day so far. He's got it out to the 40-yard line, a gain of 12 on the play. Now 1st and 10 from the 48. That pass complete to Michael Thomas and down to about the 35-yard line. So it's Houston on the move now, looking to try and cut into that 7-point lead. Another quick go route there. This time it's Thomas yet again. Has it down to the 15-yard line. And Houston in business, now 3rd and 4. Bad pass here. That was intended for Thomas. It was off the mark, and Will McPherson in the zone just standing there waiting for it. He's got the interception, so a red zone opportunity squandered for Houston, and they trail 7-0, and this is just not going their way. That's now the 2nd interception of the half for Deshaun Watson. There's a pass completed to Jerry Jeudy yet again on that hitch route he's so good at. Now 3rd and 6, they swing it outside to Trey Stevenson, and he's going to have this one all the way down to the 14-yard line, a gain of 22 on the play. Now 1st and 10 from the 14, and it's going to be Juan Burgess just shy of the end zone here, but it's going to set up a 1st and goal from the 1, and on 2nd and goal after they try to sneak, it's Javonte Williams taking this one in for the touchdown to make it a 2-score game, now 14-0 Denver. 3rd and 9 on the ensuing drive. It's Kareem Hunt with the reception, fighting through tackles, stays on his feet, has it into Denver territory to the 45-yard line. Now 2nd and 5 from the 25. That pass complete. That's outside to Jacoby Myers. He's got it down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. And then it's just Deshaun Watson here. He's going to find his man in the corner of the end zone. Don't know the first name, but last name Jordan, and he's got him a touchdown. 14-7 now. Denver going back to work offensively. There's Jeudy on that hitch yet again. This time he's able to get a few yards after the catch and has it down to the 45-yard line. Now 2nd and 3. They go up the middle with Stevenson. He makes a couple men miss, and it's off to the races. Nice job there to drag him down, but he's going to be tackled at the 2-yard line. Good job by the Houston defense as that tackle ends up saving them some points as they have a sensational goal line stand, hold them to a field goal, and 17-7 is going to be the score at halftime there. So excellent job by Houston's defense there at the end of the half to keep this one within reach, but they trail by 10 with turnovers, the issue so far in this one. Now we'll go and look at some scores around the league. We're starting in L.A. as it's the Chargers and the Chiefs. And Kansas City just rolls over the Chargers to a 31-2 victory, a score you will very rarely see in football, and another nice win for Kansas City, who's now 10-1 on the year. Buffalo hosting Cleveland, but it's the Browns out in front in that one, 14-3 as they approach halftime. The Bills just 3-7 on the year and struggling to get it going in that one. Now we go down to Tampa, and it's the Bucs and the Cardinals, and that one's going to be a tight one here as it's 7-6 as they approach halftime with the Buccaneers on top in a low-scoring affair. Now we go back out to Houston for second half action. Denver works their way down the field with a nice controlled possession, and then it's Noah Fant with a nice grab here. He's got a first down to the 17-yard line. Now 2nd and goal from the 4, and Javonte Williams gets to the edge and takes it in for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, and that will extend the lead now to 24-7. 3rd and 15 on the ensuing drive. Tons of time for Deshaun Watson, and then he's eventually going to fire it deep to Jacoby Myers, who came back to get it and then makes 2 men miss, and he's going to take this one all the way down to about the 2-yard line. Again, they mark it at the 1. What a sensational run for Myers. Makes it 1st and goal And Houston with a chance to get a quick score here, get right back into this, and they're going to do it here with Kareem Hunt up the middle. He takes it in. That's going to cut the lead down and make it 24-14 as the extra point is good. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter at that point. 3rd and 5 now on the ensuing drive. There's Noah Fant. Another nice leaping grab from him, and they'd move it into Houston territory down to the 40-yard line. A touchdown here would pretty much put this one out of reach, you got to feel like. They go outside to Stevenson on 3rd and 4. He is going to be tackled for a loss. So Denver will have to settle for a field goal, so it remains a 2-score game. But they do get the 3 points and make it a 13-point advantage. Now 27-14. And now into the 4th quarter, 3rd and 1 on that ensuing drive. That pass complete to Thomas across midfield to the 48-yard line. You got to think that Houston has to have a touchdown on this drive. Now 3rd and 5. That pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Jacoby Myers. And at the 26-yard line with 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go, they decide to opt for the field goal. And they are going to trail by 10 points now with about 9 minutes left in the ball game. So they've got work to do. On the ensuing drive, it's going to be Forrest looking to throw. He's going to find Cortland Sutton coming across the field. He's got that one out to the 48-yard line. Now 3rd and 10 from the 33. They just keep it on the ground here, pretty conservative, as they're just chewing up clock at this point. They do get to stop and make it 4th and 7, but Broncos going to add a field goal here as it's good for 48 yards to make it 30-17. And still just about 3 minutes left to go in the game, so this is going to be tough for Houston. And now 4th and 8 on that drive. That pass incomplete, and that would do it with a minute and a half left. Denver just runs out the clock, and they win this one 30-17. They ran the ball really well in this one. Turnovers in the first half were the definite storyline. Other than that, a pretty good day for Deshaun Watson, but 2 interceptions, especially one in the red zone, that really hurt on that second INT of the day. He ends up with 315 yards and a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Brett Morris, 227 through the air, very efficient, 75% completion percentage, a touchdown and no interceptions for him. Javonte Williams, 77 yards on 16 carries and 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt was bottled up for just 47 yards on 16 carries, but he did have a touchdown. Trey Stevenson, a nice day, 8 carries for 69 yards. Benny Snell, limited action in this one. We look at the receiving numbers. Jerry Jeudy, 7 catches, 104 yards and a touchdown. Michael Thomas, 5 catches for 90 yards. Pretty good day for him. Jawan Johnson, 5 catches, 40 yards. Trey Stevenson, 4 for 27. Fant, 4 for 41. Kareem Hunt, 4 for 44. Look at the day for Jacoby Myers, 3 catches, 101 yards on that sensational run after the catch, where he got most of those. Cortland Sutton, just 2 catches. Pretty typical for him, 24 yards, no touchdowns on the day. Brandon Cooks, 24 yards on 2 catches as well. Now we look at the defensive numbers here, as it's going to be Williams leading all tacklers with 12. The leading tackler for the Broncos was Justin Simmons with just 7, but he did have 2 for a loss, which is pretty good for a free safety. Take a look at the sacks. Not a lot going on here. Tremaine Williams, the only one of the day, as he had 1. And then McPherson and Stearns had the interceptions back in the first half. The kicking numbers, 3 for 3 goes Drew Price, as well as extra points. He added 3 of those. Zane Gonzalez, a 43-yarder, and a pair of extra points himself. Nick Gervasi, just 1 punt, a 40-yarder that ended up inside the 20. Logan Cooke, a 45-yarder with a net of 36. And the Broncos win another one here, 30-17.
And some post-game upgrades here, as Rajon McMillan is going to get one. So he's turned into a pretty darn good right tackle already early in his career, up to a 78 overall. And he's a pretty decent pass blocker as well. Then Nick Gervasi, the punter, getting one. Not a huge deal, but that's at least noteworthy for now. Now let's get back to the main screen here. And the next episode is going to start with this game against the Chiefs. They won again. So, again, we remain tied as now we meet for the first time this season. And this game could go a long way toward determining who ultimately wins the bye in the AFC, because we get them at home. If we win, we're a game up. Then we go take on the Raiders at home again. They're 4-7. We should be able to win that even if we simulate it. Same thing with the Chargers. It's on the road, but they're 3-8, not having a very good season. And the perfect storm would be if we can win all 3 of those simulated games. Then for that Week 16 matchup on the road against the Chiefs, even if they manage to hold pace with us, I'll be able to play it and can kind of control the outcome of that game, so to speak. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. If you have not done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?